Hey there, Stampers. Happy Friday. Welcome to this week's Facebook Live. I have got a fun project to share with you today using the Classic Cloche bundle, and it's something other than a card. And it was inspired by a project that I shared over on my blog earlier this week. This one here. So I shared this card. So a new feature that I am doing over on my blog is a feature called From This to That. And every week I take a project and I share the project, and then I also share how it inspired me to create something different. So earlier this week I shared this project, and today I'm going to show you a different spin on it, or how I took inspiration from this to create a different project. Okay, but before we get started, my name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Alberta, Canada. And I am excited to be here today to craft with you. Before we get started, I do have a little bit of housekeeping to do. Normally when I create a card on a Facebook Live, I give it away the following week, and I am terrible at keeping up on this. So I have got lots of cards to give away here. So by commenting on the post or participating in the conversation, you have the opportunity to win. So I went back. These are the 3 that I haven't given away yet. So Betty Domes was the lucky winner for this one, and I have Betty's address, so I can pop that in the mail for her. June Riling was the lucky winner for this card, so I will pop that in the mail for her. And then this was last week's project. Elaine Van Dam is the lucky winner for this project. I love, love, love this project. We did a cool technique last week using Stampin' Blends and alcohol. So you can go back either on my YouTube channel or even on my Facebook page, my Stamped Treasures Facebook page, to see how any of these cards were created. Okay, so congratulations everyone. I'm not sure that I have Elaine's address, so I might have to message her. Okay, and then late yesterday I received an order, and I just opened the box this morning, and I wanted to share this with you because it's so cute. I ordered some of these Love Santa kits, and then the bags that go along with them. And seriously, how cute are these bags? There are 3 different patterns. I'm just trying to find the 3rd one here. Here we go. So there's 3 different patterns. We've got diagonal stripe, well, kind of like a plaid pattern. We've got polka dots, and we've got Christmas trees. Super, super fun. And they're a nice size. They're probably maybe, let's see, 4 by 9 inches. So you can fit some significant treats in here. But, so those are great on their own. But then I also got the Love Santa kit. So I did open the box, but I haven't opened the pieces to go in there. So I wanted to do that for you. We're not crafting with this today, but I did want to open it with you. So you get a Night of Navy ink Stampin' Spot. This is the stamp set here. Let's see if you guys can see it a little bit better. So it's got Love Santa, Joy. There's a leaf and some berries, to and from, Mary. There's a little gift, and then and bright, Christmas, and special delivery. So some great stamps in there to make some gift tags. And then you get all of the supplies. Let's see, can I get this out of the box? There we go. All of the supplies to create 12 tags. So there are 4 different designs. So let's open this up and have a look. You even get the block. So if you've never stamped before, or you don't have a huge collection of supplies, this is a great option because you get everything that you need inside here. It's also a great thing to, like, a cold winter afternoon crafting project to do if you've got young kids or older kids. It's a great project to do. Even if you just want to do it, you can sit in front of the TV, watch a Netflix show. How about watching a Christmas show while you do that? Wouldn't that be fun? I know some of you are thinking, it's way too early to be thinking about Christmas. Okay, so you get the instructions, and they're color instructions now. They used to be black and white, so it shows you exactly what you need to create each one of them. And then you get the die cut pieces. So this is for stamping. These are for stamping on, and they are just You just pop them out. And look how cute these are. And these are a substantial size. Like this is 5 inches by they're about 3 by 5, which is a nice size. So you just pop it out. You can stamp to or from on the back. It comes with the cording. It comes with adhesive. So you got some dimensionals, some mini glue dots. It even comes with some rhinestones. So there's a Santa, there's a Christmas tree. Let's see what else here. This one is adorable. So you have this car filled with presents, little tag here, and then there's bits and pieces to step it up. So these are for layering underneath these pieces here, and then we've got some more layering pieces here. So gives you everything that you need to create 12 tags, and if you don't want to use them as tags for gifts, then you can add on a package of these sweet little Love Santa gift bags and fill them with treats or a cute little gift idea. Like you could roll up a cute pair of socks, Christmas themed socks, and put those in there and add one of these tags, and it would be a sweet little gift for a coworker or friend, or, well, I don't know. It depends on how close you are to a neighbor, I was going to say. Okay, so I wanted to share that with you. Super, super cute. And as far as I know, those are still available. It would be a great project to do with friends over Zoom if you can't gather where you are. It'd be a super fun project to create with friends. Okay, so that is called the Love Santa Kit. Now, let's get to crafting. All right, so like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I am starting a weekly feature on my blog that I'm calling From This to That. And last week was the first week. This is the second week. So on Wednesday, I shared this project. So it's a cute little card featuring the Classic Cloche bundle, which is the product that I'm featuring this week. And also this month's class to go. And I created a little window card. Look how sweet that is. So cute. So anyways, this little bit right here inspired me to go in a completely different direction. So that's what we're going to do today. So we are going to use a piece of basic white, and we're going to use the 3 images. So this is a 3-step stamp. So you can use this image on its own. You can use this image with this image, and then you can also use this image, this one, and this one together. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use all 3. We're going to start with the outline, or the line art image. Let's see here. Good morning, Dixie. Good morning, Alice and Mary Liz. Okay. And I'm going to stamp this just in the corner using Memento black ink. And then I'm going to take some Sahara sand. So my colors are coming right from that card that inspired me. And I'm going to use this image. So this image, it kind of looks like there's clouds in the back, but that's actually meant to add a bit of color to the trees. I'm going to ink that up. I've got a scrap piece of paper. Good morning, Shirley. I'm going to stamp off. And then I'm going to stamp onto my stamped image. And let me bring this a little closer. So you can see that it adds color to where the trees are, but then it also adds a little bit of color to where, to make it look like there's snow on the houses. Okay, and then we're going to bring in some Misty Moonlight. And we're going to add color to the houses. And because this is a photopolymer stamp set, makes it really easy to line these up. There we go. And then I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella. Let's move this guy out of the way. Just need to reach my Wink of Stella because I want to add a little bit of sparkle to that snow. So I'm just going to just kind of to the rooftops, just to add a little bit of shimmer. If you're not familiar with the Wink of Stella, This is the clear Wink of Stella, and it's like a glitter pin. So it's got like a paintbrush tip and it's shimmery. So I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this. I'll bring it up a little closer. It's very, very subtle, but there is a little bit of shimmer on that. Okay, so now we're going to bring in the coordinating die for this. So in here, this is your cloche shape. This piece will cut out this particular image here. And then I've got a piece of snowy white velvet. This is from the July to December mini catalog. I believe it is part of the Peaceful Place suite, the one with the cabin dies. And I'm going to take the snow. So that is meant to be snow, and then this is also meant to be snow. So I'm going to take those two images and we're going to die cut those. So we'll bring in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I think those are the only things that I need to die cut. Try to do it all at once, so I only have to bring this in once. All right, so we're going to put this in here, and I'm going to line it up with my trees. There we go. And then we're going to do this piece as well. Oh, I think this moved. There we go. Okay. Pass that through. Grab all these pieces here and then get this guy out of the way. All right. Okay, so now I've got all my pieces here. I'll put these back so that I don't lose them. And I'll show you what we end up with. All right. So now we've got this and we've got this. These are meant to layer to create our mounds of snow, our hills of snow. And then we've got this piece, which these will get layered onto. So like that. And I love using the snowy felt for this because it gives it so much texture. Not that you're going to be able to see the texture after we've created what we're creating. Now I've got another piece of white. This measures about 3.5 by 4.25. It doesn't really matter. We're going to trim it down anyways. And I've got one of our cloche shaker domes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to figure out where I want to position this. And I think I'm going to go pretty close to the center. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this piece, and I'm going to adhere it flat. Okay, before that sets, I'm just going to make sure I have enough room. It looks good. Okay, and then I'm going to take this piece and add this. I'm going to go a little bit lower than the bottom of this. So I'll bring it up so you can see a little bit closer. I don't want to cover too much of the houses there. Okay, so you can see that it goes down just a little bit further. And then I'm going to use dimensionals for this piece, which I thought I pulled out here somewhere. Oh, here we go. It's almost time for a new sheet of dimensionals. So does anybody have any fun plans for the weekend? My mom's actually coming over after my Facebook Live, and we are going Christmas shopping. Okay, so I've got that. So then you can see that this will sit nicely right on top. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I am going to take some subtle shimmer sequins, and I'm going to add just a few little dots and then use my take your pick tool and just grab a few of these sequins. So this has a little gummy end to it, which makes it easy to pick these sequins up. And then I like to use the other end to hold it down so that I don't get my fingers all gluey. Okay, so we've got a few of those on there. And now I'm just going to just make sure I haven't gone too far. All right. And then I'm going to take these and I'm going to dump. I'm going to use the rest of mine. I don't have very many left, so I'm just going to use them all. You can be as generous as you want with your little shaker contents. I think the more the better. All right. And then this has a backing on it, so I'm just going to peel off this backing. Make sure all my sequins are inside. Line this up kind of with the bottom of my snowy hills and stick that on there. And then I'm just going to apply some pressure all the way around just to make sure that that sticks. Now I'm going to use my scissors and trim around here. Okay, now some of you are wondering why I'm not using the Cloche die. The Cloche die cuts out a Cloche shape, but it's smaller. It's more like the inside size of the shaker domes. It doesn't cut it outside. So if I had done all of this on the die cut shape, there would be nothing for the dome to stick to. Okay? Because if you haven't figured it out yet, I'm actually making an ornament instead of adding this to a card. This would make a great gift tag that the end user could then turn around and add to their tree as a little keepsake. And so we've done the inside, but we're going to pretty up the outside as well. Okay, so I'm just trimming around this little bit here. It is helpful to use like a fine tip scissor, like our paper snips, for cutting this. Good morning, Gail. Okay, so it looks pretty simple right now, pretty plain, right? But we are going to step it up. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to use our gilded leafing. So around the outside, it is also sticky on the top. So I'm going to peel off this top bit. And now it's got a sticky surface on it. I'm going to take my gilded leafing, and now a little bit of this goes a long way. Not sure what that black bit is in there. So I'm just going to pop this down, try to get it off my fingers. And then I've just got just a paintbrush from my stash, and I'm just going to push that gilded leafing on here. Just brush it in and it will stick to the adhesive. And I'm going to do that all the way around. And this is what takes it from, you know, yeah, that's nice, to a wow, that looks amazing. Just that gold around the edges steps it up and makes it look so beautiful. So I'll just keep going around, just taking what I've got here. Like I said, a little bit goes a long way. I probably will need to add a little bit more from the jar, but I'm trying to use up what I've got already out here. And I did find that using a paintbrush, I had a little bit more control. If I was doing it on a flat surface, a sponge would work, but this I can get right up against the shaker dome piece so that I can get that to stick to all of the adhesive. So I can push it right up in there. I'll just keep going around. Almost done. Let's see if we've got enough to do this top bit here. Okay, so I've covered the surface. So now before I make a mess, let's just cover this over. Okay, and now I'm going to go around with my paintbrush and brush off any excess. And then I'm going to go around the edges like this as well. And just do that. So you can see that some of it ends up sticking off because it's a larger piece. So you just take your brush and go around the edges. That'll get rid of all of that excess. Okay, there we go. Let's slide this out of the way. And then I'll give you guys a closer look. Look how pretty that is. It's just so pretty. Adding that gold around the edges just steps it up so much, and it really brings your eye in to the image that's in there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the paper piercing tool section of my, or part of my take your pick tool, and I'm going to poke a hole. So I've got it sitting on my table, and I'm going to just poke a hole in this top bit of the cloche shape, and then I'm going to go around the other side and poke a hole on the other side. Okay, because we need some way to hang our ornament. And then, excuse me, I've got some of our twine. This comes in a package of silver and gold. I'm going to feed this through the hole that I just created. And usually it goes right through, but because I'm doing this on video, my guess is I'm going to struggle with it. Let's try going in from this direction. Might need my tweezers to grab this. No, I'm pulling the fibers, but not the gold. It's funny how this can work perfectly when you do it multiple times on your own, and then you go to film something and you struggle. Okay, let's just make this a little bit bigger. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So we'll just snip this. Yes, that's right, Mary Liz. If you struggle with that, a good solution is one of those dental flosser things that you use when you have braces. That works perfectly. So I'm just wrapping this around my finger, and then I'm going to put this through the hole to create a little knot. All right, there we go. So now we've got a way to hang it. And I felt like it just needed a little bit of something else. So I'm going to use a piece of our gold, I think it's called Shimmer Ribbon in Gold. So again, this is from the holiday catalog. And I'm going to tie a bow with it. And I like to keep it on the ribbon, or on the spool, so that I don't waste any ribbon. So I'm just tweaking it, holding the center knot, pulling it a little bit. So I think this is going to be a little gift that I include with our family gifts when we drop them off, since I know we won't be spending Christmas with them again this year, apart from close family. I thought that this would be a nice little keepsake to add into their gifts when we drop them off. All right, so I've got a little bow here, and this is going to go right on top, just like that. Now you could add a sentiment to the inside if you wanted, or you could even add a sentiment to the outside. On the back, you could stamp a greeting or to and from and write a message. So I will do that when I'm ready to gift it. Oh, here's my mini glue dots. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 of these just because I want this to stick quite nicely, and put them side by side, just right at the top, and then just add that right on there. And we've got this beautiful little ornament / gift tag. Look how beautiful that is. So this project was inspired by this one here. So you can see how I took basically this whole image and it inspired me to create something completely different. So that's kind of the whole idea of my From This to That series over on my blog. So be sure to check that out when you get a chance. You can just search From This to That and you'll see what I've posted so far. This is only the 2nd week, so this is only the 2nd week of this one. But I thought I'd share another version I did. This was actually the first one that I did. Using the Penguin Playmates DSP. So I cut the polar bear from that. So this would be cute for the littles in your life. You could add to and from to the back and add that to a gift, and then they can turn around and add that to their tree afterwards. Or Baby's First Christmas. That'd be super cute to stamp Baby's First Christmas on the back. So sweet. All right, so hopefully that inspired you guys to create something using the Classic Cloche bundle. And just a reminder, there is still time for you to sign up for the Classic Cloche class to go. And let me share what is included in that and a little peek at the projects in case you've missed them. All right. Yes, for your big polar bear. That's right, Mary Liz. All right, so the Classic Cloche Class to Go is available until October 21st, and the cost is $45. It can ship anywhere in Canada for just an extra $10. You get a package of the the Cloche Shaker Domes. You get a package of the Simply Elegant Trim and the Subtle Shimmer Sequence, as well as the supplies, the pre-cut card kits to create 6 different cards. So 6 different cards using this bundle. Plus, I've already shared a couple extra projects. So you'll definitely leave inspired. So here's a little peek at some of the projects. So you can see some of them use the domes, but not all of them. We've got a couple that are shaker cards. So these are 5 of the 6 cards that you can create. All right. So remember that the deadline to sign up for that is on October 21st, and I've got all the information in the description. So there's a link there that will take you to all the information that you need. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. Have a fabulous weekend, and we'll see you next week.